My name is Patricia Cantu. I'm an assistant chief for the Houston Police Department. And right now what we have is HISD was dispatched first at 1:30. HPD received the call at 1:33. The event happened here behind me at the park and not actually at the school. There was a shooting that occurred. Apparently both of the victims were shooting at each other. There's an apparent rivalry between the two. We do know who the suspect is. Apparently they were shooting at each other. The victim that was transported to the Texas Children's Hospital has 3 gunshots to the abdomen, 1 to the arm, and 1 to the thigh. He's in critical but stable condition. He's in surgery at this moment. We do know who the suspect is. Once again, this is not a random shooting. The victim was taken across the street to Kashmere by 4 of his friends who were able to identify and give us the name of the suspect. No weapons were recovered. The other victim, suspect, drove away in a red sedan. Both of them are about 16 to 17 years old. The one that was transported to Texas Children's Hospital is not a student of the school. However, the other suspect is a student at Kashmere High School. Does anybody have any questions?
Motive?
That we don't know yet. Like I said, there's a rivalry, bullying, possibly gang related. So right now we're working on that. Major Assault is on his way to do the investigation.
Have you had any issues before in this park so close to the school?
Not that I know of, but don't quote me on that. So I do not know that for sure yet.
Anybody else hurt?
Nobody else. We just have one victim, the 16-year-old, and possibly also the shooter that shot at the one that was transported, also was seen limping away. They both had weapons, so we don't know if he's injured, but they did see him limp away from the scene.
Was this during school hours?
This happened at 1:30.
Was there a lockdown for the school at all that we know of?
They did not have a lockdown.
And at this point, are parents able to get kids as normal?
Yes.
Or?
Yes, they are able to get the kids.
Are you heading over to the suspect's house, or kind of what's the situation in terms of trying to pick him up?
Since we know who the suspect is right now, we're going to work at contacting the hospitals first before we do that to make sure that medical attention is rendered if that's the case. But like I said, we do know who the suspect is. We will be searching for him at his residence if we do not find him at the hospital.
Any video? Schools available?
No, ma'am. No video.
Can you talk to us about just the dangers knowing gunshots flying here and by a school, no less?
I'm sorry?
Talk to us about the dangers involved with gunshots flying in. It's so close to the school, no less.
Maybe hold on for
Yeah,
a
minute. Anytime there's gunfire anywhere, there's always a possibility of a random stray bullet hitting a house, a student, even people as they're driving by. So for us here, we always like to tell people, first of all, I know guns are allowed, open carries is in effect. Juveniles shouldn't have them, number one, but they need to start looking at the dangers of others who they can harm. So we hope that people are more responsible, and we're hoping that kids take into account that weapons, guns do kill and hurt people. So we're hoping that they use better judgment and hoping that they don't get anybody hurt, especially children, kids, older people in the neighborhood, and people passing by.
Do you have any idea, just from the showcasing system, what kind of caliber weapons they're using?
We know because of the injuries were very small. We didn't see a lot of blood at the crime scene, so we do know that it's possibly a very small caliber gun.
And just for the record, in terms of open carry, what's the limit on that? Like, you have to be how old to open carry?
Have to check the law.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check on that to be sure.
Okay.
What would there be charges since it was close to the school?
That I'm not sure yet. First, we're gonna try to figure out what happened, and we're gonna let the investigators do the investigation and call the district attorney to see what charges they will accept.
Any other questions before we do Spanish?
Just one quick, any sense about the response for the kids and the teachers on the campus, how they obviously what they know, and during school hours so close to the campus?
I think for the most part, the students and the school is secure. because once again, we do know it's a rivalry. We do know there's the differences between them. So really, I think the only people that are possibly at risk are the two that are involved.
That's really interesting.
Yes.
Okay, Chief, can you do the Spanish, please? Just a Spanish statement, please.
Okay. Okay. Soy Patricia Cantú, asistente de jefe de policía. Recibieron la llamada a la 1:30 en la escuela y luego nosotros recibimos la llamada a la 1:33 a disparos. Tenemos una víctima que tiene 5 heridas, 3 en el estómago, 1 en la pie, 1 en el brazo. Los dos se conocen, entonces esto es una cosa que tienen rival contra ellos. La víctima está en cirugía en este momento, está en critical, en estable, pero está critical. El otro sospechoso que hizo los tiroteos se fue manejando un carro rojo. Los dos tienen como 16 a 17 años y en este momento ya sabemos quién es el sospechoso y los dos se conocen. Entonces ya no hay peligro en esta área en este momento. ¿Preguntas?
¿Nos puede hablar acerca del arma que se utilizó o que se cree que se utilizó?
La arma parece para ser una de pequeña calibre.
¿Algún motivo que se conoce?
Tienen rival por la escuela, iban a la escuela juntos y hay rival entre pandillas o algo más así. Eso es lo que sabemos de ellos.
¿Y quién de los dos es estudiante?
El que se fue en el carro rojo es estudiante y el que no era estudiante pero ya no es.
Oh, was a student.
He was a student, he's no longer enrolled.
Okay.
Okay.
And in terms of the weapons, I know you said you didn't find any. Was the victim searched before transport?
Yes.
So he didn't have his weapon with him in the ambulance. You know that for sure.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, Chief, thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
Hi, Chief.
Thank you. Hi, everyone.
I'm Kathy Boofer Daniels, HISD trustee. So I was trying to get over here for a briefing, but yeah.
If you guys would like to talk to her,